No way to move forward, but only our small golf cart is able to cope with this problem. We turn left to get into another secret place of Lviv. We're driving through Anatoliy Passage now. There used to be many small shops and cafe houses in the past here. During the Soviet occupation, all were totally destroyed. However, the memory remains, and now they're slowly coming back to life. The passage was named after an Italian who opened the first pastry shop here in the Middle Ages. The passages were very popular places for townsmen to rest. Some of them developed into big trade centers. In one of them, in less than a month after Lumiere Brothers' premiere in Paris, they performed in Lviv for the first time the technical wonder named cinema. The passage slowly returns to order. We have returned again to Rynok Square. On the western side of the square, near City Hall, Lev Ranger, Pillar of Shame, once stood where executions and other punishments were held according to the city court judgments. The Lviv Ranger was in the form of two statues standing back to back. They were the Greek goddess Themis with her eyes tied up and the executioner with sword. Nowadays, it's housed in the Lviv Historical Museum. One of the most eerie Lviv legends is connected exactly with justice. Once, Lviv's judges didn't sort out the case properly and condemned an innocent man to be tortured and executed. After some time, the mistake was revealed, however it was too late to fix. A long time after the accident, a ghost in the shape of Black Coffin appeared at midnight in the City Hall building. It moaned and creaked loudly, terrifying guards. In order for the accident not to be forgotten while considering new cases, they wrote on the city judicial verdict book's front cover, "Remember about the coffin that was walking around the stairs and halls." We start to travel down Halitska Street. In front of us and on the right, there is a Boehm chapel. During the early 17th century, Georg Boehm ordered the construction of the chapel. He traded Hungarian wines here in Lviv. His grandson Michal was a monk and the first European who brought back from China to Europe the description of kiwi fruit. He also wrote books about his faraway country featuring Chinese medicine and Chinese flora. He also drew Europe's first map of China. Michal Boehm is sometimes referred as the Lviv Marco Polo. Since the family chapel is one of the most beautiful sights of Europe, we strongly recommend you to visit it after our journey. Halitska Street used to be one of the most important streets in the city in the past. Many caravans of merchants from distant eastern lands moved down the street toward Lviv's central square. Although there is no sea near the city, you could often meet many people dressed in naval clothes here during the 16th and 17th centuries. At the end of the street, there was the Halitska Gate, Halich Gates, another one of two sitting main gates. The gates once stood at the crossroad where we now will turn left. We have turned to the Bretivatinsive, meaning Rohatinsi Brothers Street. This is one of the few streets in all Lviv where you will feel the special features of cobbled streets. In the place of the buildings that stand on the right, there was a defensive masonry and towers before the 18th century. Each tower belonged to some craftsman guild. During the wars, craftsmen bravely defended the city, with each guild being responsible for their part of the wall. Guilds were highly influential in Lviv. They used to gather annually for re-elections. The city authorities were elected among them to determine the city life development. Guild law was only abolished in the second half of 18th century, when the city became part of the Austrian Empire. And now, swinging the cobbled Bretivatinsive Street, let's listen to another song about our city.